This is the NFL away from kickoff, and we've got a good one on tap between the Saints at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. Had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback from UCLA. It's Josh Rosen. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Quit talking about it and play it. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Rosen to throw. Gets it to Meredith complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. They go play action. It's Rosen. Completes this one to Meredith. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Oh, this is blocked. And now the Ravens get it. Look at the big man rumble. He's at the 50. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
But there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing, and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry, that's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's what I was just going to say. First quarter, we'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax. Whoa.
Bad move. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20.
Whip. Watch the whip. Count.
49, check 49.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the slip.
Here's Jackson to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch twist. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Now they try the right side here. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
57 money. Here we go.
Now it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. A very good starting field position from the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a 1st down throw, complete downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Right back to him on the 1st down. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Here now the offense for the Bengals.
Obviously a tough test for this offense right out of the gate. Road game in game 1 of the new year. Conventional wisdom says, go slow, take care of the football. I think in this case, attack early and get the home team back on their heels.
On 2nd and 7, Rosen. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
And that takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
3rd and long here for Rosen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. and somehow incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now a handoff here to his running back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After one, it's 9-0.
Hey, watch it, watch it. Check three.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And he'll give it here to his running back.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. Well, you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down. Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. 41 yards as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Josh Rosen and company getting set for their next possession. He's played a pretty clean 1st half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 1st downs. And how about that 2nd one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Check 55 to Mike. Hey. Check 43.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And they'll play keep away from the returner, as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And now here come the Ravens. Well, things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now they'll pitch it out here. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Now Rosen on first down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Rosen will throw. He completes it to Boyd. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Rosen to throw on third down. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. From 8 yards out, and the Bengals, they widen their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Myers connects on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Delay of game, offense.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the number.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Jackson forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get 11 yards back on the scramble as it brings up 2nd down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Jackson on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to look really, really well.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there as the 1st half is winding down, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the 1st half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Tucker now for the extra point. And it's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Josh Rosen and company getting set for their next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a handoff here to his running back. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticky.
Now the ball comes loose, and the Bengals grab it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Right there in the middle, 55. Go, go, go. Right.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Rose.